I get a lot of questions about maths anxiety and how to overcome that. Today I'm going to share with you my top 4 tips for improving confidence in maths. Stick around for the last one because it involves a mistake I made in an Ofsted inspection. Can you believe it? I made a mistake. I misread the question. I got the maths wrong. Tip number 1 to grow your child's confidence in maths is to incorporate games into your teaching and learning. So make it fun, keep it light-hearted. Something like a pairs game like this where you can find the matching sums, or something that everybody's got at home, dice. You can play a dice game first to a certain number, or you can even practice times tables with this, just so it's not pen and paper and it's not as serious. There are also other games that you can play. Schools use Times Table Rockstars. There is Top Marks as well. That's a great website that's got loads of different games on. Tip number 2 to grow your child's confidence in maths is to use positive language and positive affirmations. Use lots of positive praise, and remember you're praising the effort, not the outcome. So things like, you worked really hard on that. You concentrated so well. Look how much better you're getting. Praise works really, really well to bring up confidence levels, and it also helps with self-esteem. Tip number 3 is to use inspiring everyday examples. When children can see that maths is linked to the real world, they're often much more engaged and they connect with it in a better way. So when you're out and about looking for numbers, looking for patterns, looking for where maths happens in their environment. Tip number 4 is to normalise making mistakes. This goes back to when I was maybe 1 or 2 years into teaching, and we had an Ofsted inspection at my school, and the inspector came in and observed one of my maths lessons, and I made a mistake. Can you believe it? I made a mistake right there in the middle of an Ofsted inspection. I misread the question, I got the maths wrong, and I got confused, and it all went to pot, and I was adding the wrong numbers, and it was just wrong. In my head, I was panicking, and I thought, oh my goodness, how am I gonna get out of this? How am I gonna explain it? But on the outside, I remained calm, and I just talked through that we make mistakes sometimes, and this happens. And it was back in the day where you had to go and see the Ofsted inspector to get the feedback from them. So I thought, oh, shall I go? Shall I not go? But in the end I went, and it was actually really nice because the Ofsted inspector turned it around and they said that actually they would feel really relaxed if they were a child in my class. It's really good to create an environment where you feel safe to make mistakes. That way you're more likely to try some trickier maths. And that was something that I successfully did in that lesson, and I successfully showed them, even though it was a genuine mistake. That has stuck with me until this day. And I always encourage my children to have a go and make beautiful mistakes. Mistakes are great because we can learn from them and we can get better. Thank you for watching this video. If you feel like you've learned something, please subscribe to the channel and maybe share the video with somebody you think would find it useful. I'll see you next time. Bye.